Hi, this is Aine Divine here. If you want to know more about me, have a look at the links below. There's my nose coming in again. I thought I'd do, I'm just back from 5 Rhythms movement medicine class, and it kind of inspired me to, well, I just felt like doing a bit of painting when I got back. I'm kind of full of energy. Okay, now I was thinking about this self-portrait and I thought, what a great idea. It's just me in the house tonight, I can just paint myself. But of course I'm going to be talking, and so it's not going to be so easy to capture myself as I explain what I'm doing. But let's just see. It might actually be no harm, because it might mean that I would see what's important and not focus too much on the particular things. Okay, like my mouth. Okay, so let's see how it goes anyway. I've set myself up here. It's important when you're setting yourself up to do a self-portrait that you feel you've got everything. When you're setting yourself up to do anything, actually, it's important to feel that you've got everything easily within your reach, and particularly that you can see yourself and see the board by only moving your eyes. Okay, and now what am I going to do? I'm going to begin cleaning the mirror, a little bit of spit, nice. And what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm going to make a colour. I've got my palette here. I'm going to make a colour to represent the shadows on the skin. And actually it's helpful holding the palette up, because you can see the colour you're aiming for as you're making it. And I want to make something that's going to be convincing shadow colour on the skin. And often I find that red and green together work as a quick way into describing the shadows. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. And a little bit more red came in. My skin is kind of warm from dancing, so anyway. So I'm scooping up, and now I'm going to find a way to place it down. Okay, so just looking at where my forehead stops and my hair begins. And I'm looking for freedom, freshness, and, never before made marks. That's what I'm looking for. Or that's what I'm opening myself to, because as soon as you're open to something like that, it actually will occur. Thank God, because if you were to try and make it up, you'd be hard pushed. Okay, so I'm just lightly establishing where I see the darks and lights. Not lights really, just the darks. And I'm going to place my ear with put a bit more cadmium red into the mix there, and I'm going to place where I think my ear is going to be. And let surprises happen, like Paul Klee said, make chance essential. So that red drip there is one of those elements of chance coming in. I'm aware that my videos are probably full of like heavy breathing. You can always turn down the volume. But yeah, breathing to me is a vital element in staying steady and grounded, and in capturing and allowing you to capture more fully the essence of the thing. So if you're steady and clear in yourself, you're kind of more of an open vessel, I guess, for responding to what you see in a clearer way. As I was dancing there tonight, it's kind of expressive dance, and you're encouraged to feel your way into it and, be fully yourself. And as I was doing that, it reminded me of the feeling I have when and just the conversation actually that's often had in workshops and things, about how all of these things that we do can be metaphors for life. All of these things that we do, like painting, dancing, everything really can kind of lead you into, for goodness sake, some sort of wise thing there. Just insert a wise statement, okay? I think you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm placing some of the shadow in the socket of the eye, and because I quite like having light from one side, and that's what's happening here. There's light from my right, and so my socket of the eye on this side will be in shadow, but the rest of this side of the face has got light falling on it. I'm just sticking with the same colours. Right, let me see, what am I going to do now? I'm going to stick in some cadmium orange there in order to make the ear that's on the light side of the face. And this represents where the face ends on this side, kind of nicely. You want to do stuff, but I aim to do less to explain what I want. So you want to find ways of describing things without going into a huge amount of detail. I think it's quite a pleasant thing to do. And this shoulder could probably drop a little bit more there, couldn't it? So it's an opportunity for me now to do the colour of the hair, the dark of the hair. So I'm using ultramarine blue. I'm talking about doing the hair because you see, when the shoulder is dry enough, I can push it down further by painting the hair up to the edge of it. So that's why I've decided suddenly to divert and do something in the hair. So I've made it. Did you see that? I've made it with burnt umber and ultramarine blue mixed together, and it's fluid. You see, it's fluid enough, but it's not creating a pool down here. It's fluid enough to move, but it doesn't flow all the way down quickly. So I know it'll contain the mark when I go to place the shape of my hair in here. And probably it's a bit wet down at the line, so I won't touch the shoulder line. But I'm just going to steady myself now so that I can see exactly where the hair stops and the skin starts, because this is a good way of explaining that edge. Painting the hair up to the edge of the jaw, to the edge of the neck. And these brushes are great for that because they allow me to pull it up and stop and lift. Yeah, I'm half closing my eyes so that I can see what I'm doing a little bit more clearly. Now, that drip is going to run, I think, so I'm going to contain it because I do want that to stop so that it reads as the edge of the skin of the shoulder beginning. And then maybe do a little bit more hair. It kind of pops up occasionally there. Anyway, I know it's there, and I want to kind of describe that shoulder a little bit more fully and kind of obliterate the... Oh yeah, and there's some on this side as well. So I'm going to do that too. Half closing my eyes. I'm going to just check how long I've got left. Okay, 10 minutes if I need it. Let's see how it goes. So by placing some of the hair on the other side, it's also establishing the other side of the neck. And now what about the rest of the hair? Might as well bring it up here. As soon as you feel like you're playing safe, you know, you kind of want to do something risky. And so what'll I do that's risky? Maybe change to my 2-inch brush, and I might make the hair a little bit different in colour, for God's sake. Put a bit more blue in it, and maybe splash it on. Oh, feck it. Mirror's all splashed as well. No, hold on. That's alright. Yeah, I can still see you. Okay, and it kind of makes me interested what's happened there. Let me just kind of bring you closer so that you can see the carry-on here. That was just a bit of fun. I know it's a bit wild, but you know, it's good fun just lobbing it on from the shoulder. Let me put you back now, I think, in roughly the same spot. There we are. Yeah, so what am I doing? So hair. It's weird now, I'm looking at the image on the screen. Why am I doing that? Okay, so I want to focus more on, of course the camera's kind of shifted over. That's all right. Okay, so now I'm going to do, bring the hair down so it reads as hair, down to where the ear stops and the face begins, or, you know, where the hair stops and the ear starts. And I'll just do something here again to show where the hair might stop and the ear and the hair stop and the skin of the forehead start. And cerulean blue. Quite like sticking a bit of cerulean blue into things. Maybe here as well. I'm having fun now. That's, you see, when you kind of start injecting something like a bit of chance, it gives you the feeling of that you want to do it everywhere. And sure, for God's sake, we might as well, we're only here once, are we? I don't know, I reckon we are, at least in this body. So this self-portrait will only be done once, like this, on this day. And so we might as well get a bit fresh and free with it. There is something lovely about coming back into the present moment and being here with this particular shadow on this particular shoulder and lobbing it down somehow in a fresh way that'll never be done by anybody else ever. And all we can do is be ourselves, isn't it? Well, we can do lots of other stuff, but really I think we're here to, as much as we can, be true to our own inspiration. What about that now? Was that wise? Okay, I'm going to just take off some of that blue that came across the face, because that's really a nice bit of light on the face and I don't want it to be reading as blue, but that's okay. Right, and there's blue up there that I could, will I extend it? Yeah, I think it needs to be down further, that forehead. There we are. Okay. I am feeling a little bit of kind of all at sea, so it's appropriate for me to have runs and drips and sweeps and waves all around my face. Jesus, you could have seen me earlier today. I wasn't in such good form. The dancing really helped, actually. Okay, now I'm going to try and establish now something of the shadows. So this is sap green again. Oh God, it's all, you see, when you hold it up vertically, everything runs if there's too much water. So it's a good idea to keep your paint that's in the wells quite dry, so that doesn't happen, because you do want to be able to hold your palette vertically to see how the colour behaves before placing it on here. You could also use a scrap bit of paper to see how the colour behaves. Do you see how it's contained within that shape there when I painted it? Whereas if there was more water in it, it would do this. Oh, it's not plain ball. All right, if there was more water in it, it would do this. There we go, see? There's no colour now. Anyway, you know, you get it. So sometimes sticking it up alongside your painting is helpful. Sticking up the scrap paper. Okay, so what am I doing? The shadows in the face. So I'm going to start focusing in a little bit more fully now on the landscape of the face here. So finding the position of the shadow that's there between the eyebrow and the nose, between the eyebrow and the nose, that shadow, and the socket of the eye, kind of thing. Watercolour dries lighter, so it's all fairly light underneath now, and I can afford to deepen the tone as a way of describing the position of the features and to show us that the shadows on the left side there. Okay. If you get bored and if you feel like you're doing the same thing and saying the same thing all the time, then stop, roll your shoulders back, knock your mic, and be open to something different. And something different that's going to happen today is this. Oh God, I thought that was going to be a really bold, bright red streak. There we are. Because when I was in West Cork, I did get a bit of a tan, and it feels like it's appropriate to stick some warmth in there. And I want to keep myself interested. Okay. And doing something like that, you could lose it all, but sure, for God's sake. As I said in another video, boredom is the enemy of creativity. And so it isn't about getting it right at all costs. I would rather it be an awful mess, and for me to have discovered something through it, or for me to have been free in the painting of it, than to have a perfect portrait. So this is the red and green mix again. It's viridian green with the cadmium red now. And I'm going to stop talking for a second because I have to do the shadow that's underneath my lower lip there. And my mouth next. I'll stick some alizarin crimson in when I'm doing my mouth so that it gives it a bit of lipstick. Okay. So that the colour is different from the skin around it. Yeah, on the way back from dancing, I had the Greatest Showman CD in the car, so it wasn't only the dancing that energized me, but also the CD. Honestly, I don't know if I'd sleep tonight. I'm singing along fierce loud to all the songs. Very good though. See, on the road trip to Ireland, myself and Lily on the way over, and Lily and Erin, my 2 daughters, on the way back, we were just belting it out. Like, the volume was up to 30. And we were singing that along to all the Greatest Showman numbers. Great movie. At least we thought it was great. And I especially like the songs. Okay, what am I doing, for God's sake? I think I feel like I need to say something as I'm painting, and it probably would be a lot. Yeah, I'll just be quiet now. I suppose you kind of need to do something of the features, don't you? We have to have some sort of method and some direction to go in. And the other thing about watercolour is it's really a good idea to exercise restraint, and often, time is almost up. Okay, thanks for watching. This is it. There will be eyes on it. Okay, signing off. See you next time.